What's going on, New Gaming Order? Damn, I was about to stutter, but it's all goody good. We back like the Juggernaut, bitch. This is Alex Lexus Nelson, the New Gaming Order staff. And
oh my god.
Now
what the heck, Nelson?
This last topic, well, official topic, unless the staff want to bring up anything else, they can. But I wanted to lay the record straight for like the whole fanboy thing, and you know, I just want to like pick everybody's brain as to when did
every new law. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to give you that, bro. High five. Anyway,
he slapped his own hand. He slapped his own hand, yo.
Patty cake. All right. But
self high five. Bang.
Alright. But okay. When did the whole fanboy thing actually start? I mean,
when you said it, Alex, is when you said it.
What I'm saying is, okay.
In general.
Yeah, in general, because it's like I go back. I've been gaming for as long as I can remember, and you know, I've always saw myself like, hey, as a kid, there was no, it was Nintendo, Genesis,
you used to wear a wig.
Yeah, no hair, remember? But yeah, it was like, where did all the divisiveness begin? You know, it's like, I get it, like, you know, NFL teams, basketball teams, like for instance, the major rivalry with the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees, it gets violent. People, the Yankees fans that go up to Boston and get beat up, if you know what I mean, it's craziness. But my thing is, like, it's okay to have an opinion. Like, hey, I prefer to play on Xbox, but I do have Sony products. Me and Nelson even argue about the Vita, and I can't be so much of a fanboy that you know, I'm the only one lobbying for that Vita to get more support. But saying that to say this, it's just, why have we become so divided? You know, like, even times like I find myself having fell into the ways of the community, and it's like, oh yeah, Sony this, Microsoft that, PlayStation this, Dreamcast that, Saturn this, and so on and so forth. And it's just, at the end of the day, can we remember that we are all gamers? It's getting crazy with folks on the forums, YouTube videos, people disrespecting each other over the only thing that separates, you know, the consoles is who manufactures them. One did it here and the other one did it there. Content is content, you know. But I'm just kind of bothered by some things that I've been seeing. Like there was a video I saw. There was a guy apologizing for comments he made over gaming. You know, I thought we enjoyed the same type of content, you know. But at the end of the day, folks had to grow up. The fanboys and all that, like the extremist fanboys, they need to stop, you know. But Noob, what are your thoughts on this? And I just caught Chris. Are you cold, Chris?
No, I'm ashamed. I can't show my face because you're a little stunt with the high fives.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, he is kidding right now, yo. Chill.
You know where the fanboy stuff really came from? This is just a wild theory. You know, back in the day, I had a Super Nintendo and a Sega, and a lot of the times, the same exact game would come out on the systems, but they would be very different.
Yeah,
that's true.
Mortal Kombat being one of the biggest ones, where Sega, that was a superior version because they had, oh lord, I just hit a tree in Forza. They had the blood code, the blood code, whereas Super Nintendo had these shrunken down characters. It's like Super Nintendo had better sound effects, but when it came down to which one you'd rather play, it was the Sega version. That was like the beginning, because that's when we really started to really see a difference. And then I think with reviews and social media is what really started to do it, because then you have people actually comparing in these reviews, oh, we played the 360 version, we played the PlayStation version, and this is what we think of the two. And they started pointing out the small incremental differences. And you know what? They would always say in an interview, unless you put these two consoles side by side on TV side by side, you would never know the difference.
That's right.
But the thing is, with YouTube and all that stuff, we do know the difference and we do see it. And I think some people superficially, in their mind, says that it matters when at the end of the day it doesn't. Because to me, my most important thing is this: do you have the games I want to play, and is your hardware functional? That's it. I don't care if you come out with a Umbatu Jubala. If that joint has the games I want in the system,
that's an African Xbox.
Yo, you ain't right. You know what I mean? That's what it's about for me. So I mean, it's not about being a fanboy, because you can't really say fanboy because you're making a financial decision. You know what I mean? It's not like these companies are quote unquote doing anything for you. They're not sports teams, like you said. They're just separated by manufacturers, yo. So it's like, who deserves my money is what I'm really looking at. What are you doing to say, you know what, Mr. Wilson, come spend your money with us? And I mean, that's where my money goes.
And I think also what does fuel the fire is, like, you know, you got folks like who are like Team Xbox, Team Sony, and they'll be rooting their teams like, you know, like a sports team or something. Yeah, you want to see your brand do well, get the titles that you want to play. You would hate to see an exclusive go one place to the next. But, you know, I'm actually backpedaling a little bit and saying that, you know, I have the means to get all the systems, but it's just, you know, got to be financially responsible. And yeah, you know, you don't want to have to make a $400, $500 investment for one or two games on a particular system. That's fine and good, but, you know, the gaming community as a whole, why don't we become video game fanboys and not Xbox fanboys, Wii fanboys, PS4 fanboys? You know what I mean? We're just too divided. And that one podcast we were talking about, where, you know, maybe they should take down the barrier for cross-platform play. I know we had talked about reasons why that might not be a possibility, but if you really step back and think that, hey, maybe that'll kind of mend some of the wounds, because all the craziness that's happening in the world, fanboys fighting each other, it should be the last thing that is in the forefront. You know what I mean? But that's just my little rambling on that. But Noob, are you done with your point? Or
Yeah,
you
I'm done.
All right, Shinwar, what are your thoughts on fanboys? Like,
Fanboys.
B-boys, what?
The real question here, Alex, is what is your real feelings towards Capcom, Sony, and Street Fighter V? Are you comfortable, and are you over the fact that Street Fighter V is coming out to the PlayStation 4, in which it's a console you already own? How do you really feel?
Wait, I gotta hear this.
As a
Everyone be
gamer,
quiet. I gotta
as
hear
a
this.
gamer.
I gotta hear this.
What?
Speak,
Hey,
boy.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Now, my true feelings about it, and I'm gonna be really raw when I say, to those people that were telling me, hey, shut up or whatever, fuck you guys, because I have a right to feel a certain way about something if it doesn't fit my needs. However, at the end of the day, I'm not a Sony fan. I'm not a Microsoft fan. I in that particular situation, I'm a Street Fighter fan. I felt cut off initially.
Now wait. There's the answer. You're a Street Fighter fan, so no matter what console it comes out on, you're a Street Fighter fan. You're not a Sony fan. You're not a Microsoft. It shouldn't matter.
Yeah,
what console it comes on.
Yeah, and you know, me as a, you know, quote unquote amateur game journalist, it's like I look at it and like, damn, a lot of people aren't gonna get to play it. But
That's not true. How do you figure that?
there's some folks who are in the fanboy mindset, like, oh, I'm gonna boycott Street Fighter because Microsoft didn't get it or whatever. Hey, there's some folks like that, you know. But those who did play, they probably weren't true fans of Street Fighter. You know, like me and Shinwar used to play most of our Street Fighter stuff on the original PlayStation. You know, I had.
Hold on, my brother.
I had
to play Dreamcast and Saturn.
And the PlayStation.
Street Fighter Alpha 3, actually. No, Alpha 3, because we modded the PlayStation. Yes.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, hello? Are we live?
Oh,
I'm not even gonna answer that question.
Really?
But
I see what you're saying too, Alex. Yeah, no, he's right. A lot of people are getting cut off because I mean, if you don't have the system
but here's
or a
the thing.
capable PC.
But here's the thing. The same thing as with Killer Instinct. We seen the flames go around from the Sony side. At the end of the day, if you want to play that game and it's only for one console, either you get that console or you don't.
But that's a risky thing though, because look, I am a fan of Bayonetta, but I am so scared of getting a Wii U with Nintendo's current situation. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
So it's something where it's like, damn, you know, at the end of the day, yeah, you want to support all these people, and I don't like the whole fanboy divisiveness stuff, because, okay, you get an exclusive, Street Fighter, one of the biggest fighting game, the biggest fighting game franchise that's on one game, it's a console, you know what I mean? And the stupid fanboys are gonna sit there and try to stick it to the Microsoft people and stick it to the Nintendo people. It's like, stop all that, you know what I mean? Like, eventually, I just want to see peace in the community, because it's just too much.
So Alex, what you're saying is that you have a dream.
Anyway,
it's Black History Month and you have a dream. You
Yes,
want peace in the video game community. That is the slogan for this month.
yes, absolutely.
But yeah, I feel you, Alex, because I mean I'm one of those people who's cut off. I don't have access to it unless I decide to spend $300 or $400 on a console just for a game. That's not cool, you know what I mean? Or if I have a capable PC. But then the thing to me that's jarring, even if I had a PlayStation 4, it's a lot of gaming today is based on what your friends are doing and you playing with your friends.
Yes.
So if you don't have friends on that console, that definitely takes away from the experience, because now you have to reacquire and change a lot of things up. But for me, it's the financial portion. I mean, it's like, Street Fighter's been getting on my nerves for a little while, but when this happened, I'm like, okay, so now if I don't have to either buy this thing on PC or, you know what I mean, it's disheartening.
But no, you don't even care about Street Fighter no more. What you worried about it for?
Not 4.
But my thing overall is, like, you know, you know, I believe everybody has a right to prefer what they play on. Like, for instance, shout out to Black Dragon. Black Dragon, who trolls me all the time, but he watches our show, and he asked me to teach him Killer Instinct, and I'm like, teach you Killer Instinct? I'm like, well, I'm the last person to teach anybody Killer Instinct. I got blown up. But he's like, I got an Xbox One. But I'm like, the way he used to come off, like, he used to make me feel like he was a blind fanboy. But then again, I know that he's a true gamer at heart. You know, he's older, he's like us, you know? And it's something to the effect where he showed me, like, damn, you know what? I got an Xbox One now. Alright, hey, I'm gonna enjoy Killer Instinct. Just like Shinwa was saying, if you want it, you're gonna get the system. But not everybody. You got kids or whatever, the 09ers, people who just don't have those means, and the fanboy, the console divisiveness and all that, it's just rough, man. No, but
and I do understand that. I think the companies don't make it any easier, you know, because Sony will do anything in their power and necessary to get their allegiance, you know, from the people.
They profit from the division, you know. So.
And same thing with Microsoft. You know, that's the business that they're in.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris. So what are your thoughts on that? Like, the whole fanboy nonsense. Like, how can it be alleviated? Like,
to go back to one of Noob's points, I think the first time there was a real incident was with Mortal Kombat, the original one. Genesis had the blood, Super Nintendo had the gray shit. So,
the spit, yo.
The Super Nintendo version looked real clean though. Hold on.
Yeah,
the
but
Super
everyone
Nintendo
wanted.
version
Everyone
looked
wanted
almost arcade perfect.
Yeah, but the Genesis one outsold the Super Nintendo one by a lot because it had the blood.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the Genesis one was kind of grainy too, like with the graphics textures.
People wanted the blood,
short,
so
they were squashed.
Yeah, people wanted the blood, so that's what they got. But it goes to part of it's, you know, the internet being anonymous. The rise of the internet led to this, because back in the day you can only hang out with your crew. You know, you know, at least in my school, I was the gamer. There weren't that many gamers that I could play with. But it was mostly it was all Super Nintendo, and where I was from. So not too many Genesis players. But you know, the internet leads to a bigger audience. Also, is anonymous. So when you have anonymity and you can say whatever you want, people will tend to say whatever the fuck they want. So it's a matter of, hey, look, I could be a complete asshole and not get into trouble for it. So that's why you have this kind of nonsense. But you just hit block and move on if you don't like what the people have to say. That's all.
Yeah, it's just that some of the fanboys do get annoying. I mean, like, they become like obnoxious, and it's not necessary. It's not necessary.
You just got to start trolling them back and get some fun out of them. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm told. I'll call this on a few podcasts. We're all gonna be united under PCs after a while, because PC never gets caught up in the BS.
Yeah, yeah. But you see, like, to touch on Street Fighter 5 before I give Nelson a minute to talk on it. The Steam, when I'm playing Street Fighter 4 with Nelson, it just, I don't know. Xbox Live to me performs very well, and I prefer to get my stuff on that, because me and Shinwar have been with Xbox Live since day one. So I mean, I've never seen any major issues until Xbox One came along and they're trying to expand the live network. I mean, that's to be expected. But you know, when I'm playing Street Fighter on Steam and I'm doing my rank battles, I'm losing because of the lag and all that. I'm like, you know. So the PC thing, it may not be all it's cracked up to be, depending on what you're trying to play. You know,
I think that's just you having a booty ass computer.
Well, this computer is the bomb now. I don't know what you're talking about. What? Unbelievable.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, go ahead.
It depends on what you're trying to play. You're right, because I was watching Angry Joe play, I think, Call of Duty, and he was like, I think it was still peer-to-peer or something like that.
Yeah.
So it depends on, you know, the support that it gets too.
And
then, you know, I mean, Street Fighter wasn't really made for PC per se. It was really made for consoles. And it's just kind of like, oh, here you go, PC. You can have these Street Fighter scraps. You know?
And it was probably poorly optimized, so it probably suffers performance issues.
Okay, well, when Street Fighter 5 comes out, we'll see. We'll see. And you know what? I wish Guilty Gear Xrd had a PC port so that Chris can play it, because
they'll probably have it soon, because I just checked Steam. They have both BlazBlues and 2 of the Guilty Gears on there.
All right.
So they'll probably have it soon enough.
Okay, Chris, you would love that XR.
Katsuke's Ghost is leading my race. I'm about to get the hell off, yo.
Oh, I'm gonna play Forza and make it even harder for you, Noob. But
hold on.
What the heck?
Hold on, yo.
I'm gonna make it harder for you, Noob.
What?
I can't. You know what? And you're a man of God, dude. Church man over here. Unbelievable.
Yo, you said it, yo.
Unbelievable.
And I'm gonna make it harder for you, Noob.
You said it.
Offended, yo.
Unbelievable.
You're a man of God.
Unbelievable. Shut the hell up.
Oh my God. He said, and you're a man of God. Yo, he was offended, yo. Oh my God.
I can't talk to him, man. I can't. All right, Nelson, your thoughts on fanboys? I mean, will it ever go away? How? I mean, I just can't take it anymore.
Honestly, I don't think it's ever gonna disappear at all until we have some like unity, like as what Noop was saying. I doubt everyone's gonna conform into buying a PC at the end of it all. I highly doubt it, because it's all preference. It's for people like, okay, I'll put it like this. I'll use me as an example. I'm not the type of person that's very fortunate to get money to be able to buy a $2,500 gaming computer. You know what I'm saying? But since
$2,500 for a gaming computer?
We'll just say.
And that's not even super high end.
We'll just say, we're using that as an example.
I'm getting that Alienware, baby. Oh,
again,
yeah. 5600.
I don't have the necessary means to just get a $2,500 gaming computer just like that. So what is my next means of getting you know, something of gaming? Consoles.
Yeah.
And consoles can be very limited depending on what type of genre you're into, whether it's shooters, fighters, and whatnot. Everyone always has their preference and their opinions of anything. There's nothing is gonna end. There will always be a side for everyone to be on. Whether if it's fanboys for Sony, fanboys for Microsoft, or fanboys for PC. It's never gonna end. It's just all of preference. But a lot of people say, oh, PC is neutral because they could just make fun of the consoles. You're like, oh, we can up the graphics, we can mod our game, we can do whatever the fuck we want. That's their saying. Then with Sony and Microsoft, it's always a battle because, oh, you have Killer Instinct on there. Well, fuck you guys, we got Street Fighter 5 on this. It's always something, you know, and in my opinion, it's petty.
Yes, it is.
Because
it is.
It's basically internet beef that's never gonna get resolved. Because I had a couple situations with I'll leave unknown this person, and we was talking about how like he's very I don't know the right word, but anything that's Nintendo, he's like straight up dedicated. I wouldn't say if it's like hardcore or enthusiast. I don't know the word for it, but he's dedicated straight to Nintendo. And I'm like, dude, buy an Xbox, buy a PlayStation, and play those games because it doesn't have a lot of good first party title games. He's like, yeah, whatever. But anything that comes out on Facebook where, let's say, Nintendo makes like a little funny meme of squashing PlayStation or Microsoft at any given chance, he will hit that shit so hard with likes, comments, give it a hurrah, and all this other crazy shit. I'm like, dude, it's not that fucking serious.
That's not a fanboy. That's a backup dancer.
Whatever.
Damn it, Alex.
But it's really degrading that a lot of people have to be picking a side, and I'm surprised we can't just all come together and be like, oh, that game is cool. Okay, that game is not cool. And just leave it at that. Don't just say, oh, PlayStation's better because it has 1080p on the box. You don't know what the fuck 1080p is, so shut your shit.
And you know what, Nelson? It's funny. There's some people that, and you know, it's not all the Sony fans, but there are some people under the sound.
I'll give you an example.
There's some people who will criticize Killer Instinct just because it's on Xbox One. Now, if it was on the PlayStation, oh, that'd be like the best Killer Instinct ever. Stop that.
I'll give you an example right now. Give me 2 seconds.
Now, while Nelson's pulling that up, like, Shinwar, what do you think about that? Like, you got some folks who say Killer Instinct sucks only because it's on Xbox One.
I mean, they're just mad because it didn't come out to the other consoles, but that's messed up because just for that they refuse to get an Xbox One. So I just think that's dumb. All it is just hating their blood. That's all.
In the words of Shinwar, how do you know if you've never played the game?
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. But you know what? It's funny. You know, I can't even. But it's just overall, it's just. There's some great games on both consoles, or the two main consoles, because let's be honest, the Wii U is more like a last-gen console, but there's something to be enjoyed on the Wii.
Last gen.
Well, yeah, I mean, Bayonetta, unless the Wii U drops in price, I don't know, I'm kind of scared to get it just for one game. But
how much is it, 200?
It's like $350,
I want to say.
About $350.
For the Wii U?
Yeah, because it comes
Saying
bundled now. Because if you buy the $2.99 one, you get 2 free games along with it, depending on what bundle you get.
The $2.91 one is garbage, though.
And let me tell you guys, if your Wii Pad breaks, you gotta get a new system. One of our viewers told me that. Yep. He told me that, like, it's in one of the older videos. He said, if that thing breaks, you gotta get another system. You can't just take another one and put it in there. That's what was told to me. I'll do some more research on that. But imagine, just for that screen.
Let me get this out of the way so I can just like end what I was trying to say. Now, of course, you guys won't really be able to see this, but you see like the little print that they have here. It's not describing any video display ratio here. What it says is basically the amount of players and if it's compatible with Smart Glass. The reason being why Xbox One games do this necessarily because they try to output it to either 720p or 1080, whether if it's native or not. They're going only to preference for people who have widescreen and people who have, you know, CRTs or smaller screens. That's that, okay? Now for PlayStation 4, this is all PlayStation 4, no matter what the fuck game it is. You see right here, I don't know if you guys can't really see it,
Yeah,
but it says
my Guilty
always.
Gear has that. Yeah.
It says always HD video output 1080p for every single game that they have. Now, on record, I'm gonna tell you right now, Sony, you need to stop because a lot of people is gonna start suing you for false information.
And then
It's
the fanboys use that as like a tool to stab the other group. Like,
yeah, but it's not always 1080p native. Only particular games are 1080p native. Some of the games don't even scratch 720p for that matter. They even try to, like, the highest output
upscaling.
The highest output I've seen Sony go to is 900p, which not many even people know what the hell that is unless if you have a huge ass TV. But if you have a small, like, I'll give you an example right now. What we're doing the podcast on. This is a 24-inch. And in the back of me, I have a fucking 45-inch. You won't notice the difference on a 24-inch compared to a 45-inch when it comes to 1080p. So, for all you guys, it's like, oh, but the console supports 1080p. You don't know what 1080p is unless if you look the shit up and you, like, know what is what.
But Nelson, if they're fanboys, they're not gonna listen.
But this is what I'm trying to get across. The fanboys will instantly argue saying that Sony is better because it has the higher output ratio compared to Microsoft, when they respectively told you, yeah, not all of our games is gonna be in 1080p, but we're giving you the option so you can have it in widescreen at 1080p or regular 4x3 720. It gives you options. But people want to be a dick and be like, oh, it has it on the cover. It says it on the back of this box. The fuck up. Just shut the fuck up, all of you.
All right. With that being said,
trust that box.
Oh yeah. All right. With that being said, we can begin to draw to a close. But anybody want to bring up any topics or public service announcements for the group before we log off?
Yeah, I'll be doing the episode of Picking Your Brain with Noob on some smaller topics that are on the NGO page on Facebook. And guys, I want you fans out there, think about this. The possibility of a re-release. Oh my god. Hold on, yo.
What the heck?
Hold.
Noob's not focused.
No, yo, I'm driving Forza and these two cars hit each other in one flip when we record it. But the possibility of a re-release of the consoles to have better compatibility with 4K video. How would you feel about that?
Oh yeah, I did a video on that one. I'm like, wow, more systems? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But we'll see.
Too soon, in my opinion. But
all right, well, we can talk about that next week, y'all. Once more information is shed on that. But Shinwar, anything for the good of the group before we log off?
Nope, I don't have anything.
All right, Chris, anything? Steam sales, nothing?
get that account password, brother. Hold on.
Can you read that? Here, let me zoom that in. There you go.
Yeah. You got it all up in our faces. All right, and Nelson, PSAs?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna watch the stream carefully, guys. I'm not gonna say nothing until I pull the thing up.
Alrighty. Well, do you want me to tell them yet, or?
As of right now, you can.
Alright, so
right now.
New Gaming Order fans, today is the official launch of NewGamingOrder.com. I reiterate, NewGamingOrder.com. Everything in terms of the Facebook page, the Instagram, the YouTube, Screw Attack, full screen, everything will be consolidated onto that one site. So whenever we're giving information like, hey, check us out on Facebook and Twitch, no more. If you go to NewGamingOrder.com, we have all the buttons that'll take you to our respective sites. Okay, so on there, you'll be able to navigate through the pages that are still under construction. However, when you click on the Twitch side, you get to see all the New Gaming Order channels. You know, so you can watch whatever live, you can tune in. If the main channel, which we're on now, is occupied, you probably will see Nuke playing Forza, or you'll see me playing Titanfall, or you'll see Shinwar playing Halo. You know, so we, really collectively put things together. It wasn't cheap. We had to come out of pocket. So if you guys can help us out, that'd be great. But we're doing it for our audience, for you guys, and so that we grow. So it's the official launch of NewGamingOrder.com. And staff, whoever hasn't turned in the bio to Nelson, we got to get that up and running for the affiliates page and the About Us page. But we want to thank everybody that has been with us since the beginning and supporting. And you check out the site. It's officially up as of today. All right. And any feedback, anybody want to help, hook up with me and Nelson and Brother Noop, and we'll always take the feedback and apply it as best we can. What the heck?
Shut up.
All right, Nelson. Anything you wanted to add with that?
Basically the same thing that you were just mentioning before. The website is officially up, guys, and like I said, I would like to thank everyone within the immediate staff for help making this possible, because without them, this would have never came to about. And this is a central area now. There's no more going to YouTube to find out where the fuck we're at. No more going to Facebook or anything like that to look up to see where everything's gonna happen. Your main and only source is to go to NewGamingOrder.com. Every information, whether if it's our YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, everything will be on that website. Posts, reviews,
You said man.
everything. So thank you guys for making this happen, and we will continue to make this website into something more and very user-friendly for everyone to use.
Alrighty, and with that, we're signing off. Shout out to those who watched this live and to our YouTube people. We're gonna start making sure everything is funneled through NewGamingOrder.com. And with that, if we don't have anything else, we're out.